Hey guys, it's Zeddy, and back to you with another Framework 16 video. This time around, I will be replacing the MediaTek Wi-Fi 6E that is bundled with this laptop with an Intel AX210, the AX210. Which is this one, and I know it's going to be blurry because it doesn't focus, but if you do a Google search or go on Amazon, it's only about $18 with shipped. Only took me 2 days to get it. The reason why I'm replacing the card is because the MediaTek one that comes with this, which is also a 6E, keeps disconnecting. This isn't just keeps disconnecting, but it's slower than my other Wi-Fi when it is working, and it has knocked out my 5 gigahertz laptop, or not my laptop, my 5 gigahertz radio, which on my access point, which I don't know how it's managing to do that. I tried troubleshooting my router, configured as an access point, and nothing worked. I did a factory reset. I went back to the stock firmware. It's an Asus router, and nothing worked. When it knocks it out, it completely knocks out the radio. There's two 5 gigahertz band on there and one 2.4 gigahertz band, and let's see. And it would just knock out the 5 gigahertz that I just so happened to be connected to. If I connected to the other 5 gigahertz band, it would knock that one out. And so what would happen is all the devices that are connected to that radio, whichever 5G radio that my laptop was connected to, all the devices would just disconnect. So if I connected it to the radio that has all my IoT devices, then everything disappears. Everything starts not working. My Google speakers would complain that they don't have an internet connection, so forget it. I do want to eventually upgrade the access point, but that is a more expensive thing to do. I would like to upgrade everything to Wi-Fi 7 eventually. So right now, and I would have loved to actually upgrade this to a Wi-Fi 7 card, but there's nothing right now that would work for the AMD platform. There is the Qualcomm chipset, but the problem with the Qualcomm one is, as I read from other people, is that the drivers are not built into the Linux kernel yet. Maybe it will in the future, but I'm not going to bank on that. And then the Windows drivers, I think there was some reports of some issues too. Wait, did I already do all this? 11. It's hard to concentrate while talking, so I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to make it less boring while I'm unscrewing these 16 screws. It counts all the way up to 17, but this little cable counts as step 1. So they're not counting the number of screws, they're counting the number of steps, which trip up a lot of people. They think there's 17 screws. No, there's 16 screws. It's just numbered up to 17 because step 1 is actually this little cable here. It's not really a screw. So, done. And here's the Wi-Fi card. And there's a little plastic cover here that helps keep the antennas plugged in. So that's actually a nice little touch. So I just unscrewed that. see if I pull away. Let me see if the screw is captive. Wonderful. The screw on this little thing is captive, so that's nice. Alright, so I got the little spudger here. I'm going to use that to disconnect the antennas. Well, I got fingernails. Let's see if it's better. I try to use my fingernails. Yep, it's better. There you go. Alright, so it pivots up. Pull it out. Again, I wish I can show you the difference between the two, but you know, it's so blurry. I can't get it to focus. A fixed focused webcam. Anyways, there's the MediaTek. It's nothing too surprising. Although I would like to actually take a picture for posterity, so hold on while I get my camera. Sorry about that. All right. And maybe I can't. I wanted to say maybe I can insert it into the video, but I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to upload directly anyways. So I mean, this is just for my own records, but you can always just Google images and take a look at the difference yourself. But you know, it's not interesting. It's the same thing. The only thing I would say is interesting is that this is an E type, I guess. Maybe you guys can see it. So you see where the little notch? There's a notch right here. It's hard to see because, you know, those are not notches on the other side. Those are just missing copper connectors. But here, there's two notches. I don't know why. I keep forgetting the name of these things. This is key type E. And I think this is E. It's a combo type. I forgot the name of it. So you got to be aware that the slot here is an E type, just so you know. So it will be able to accept this kind of card too. Now the Wi-Fi 7 that Intel came out with is the BE200 model of the Wi-Fi card is also an E type, just like the MediaTek, which would mean that it does physically fit in here. But the problem is people are reporting back that their computers do not post when they install it. So it's not just even a matter of trying to get the drivers or anything. It simply just won't post. Alright, I'm going to try to get this in here. It feels so fiddly. I'm going to take off my glasses because I'm old. I can't see up close with detail. Oh, I can see why people hate this. You guys have to be very careful with this because it's so small and delicate, and you can break it. Oh, I forgot to set up my other laptop that's recording to not go to sleep, so I want to hope it's still recording. So I got the black antenna in, and it's marked which one is black and which one is white. The black one is the main one, and the white one is the auxiliary. Oh, come on. I know I'm getting old now because I didn't used to have this kind of issue. This used to come very easy to me when I was younger. Come on. And I'm getting texted. Sorry about that. Come on. Is it in? Nope. See, that's what I'm afraid of, is I feel like if I can feel it snap, and I think it's in, but it's not, that scares me, because that means I'm afraid that that snap is actually me breaking something. Alright, here's a problem. It's too stiff. This white cable is way too stiff. And it's going past where it's supposed to be. I wish I can pause the video. But this is practically live. Why won't you go in? Okay, I felt it. It went in. Holy crap, dude. Okay. Alright, I had to go on the recording laptop too. I could totally forgot to turn off my power savings. It blanked my screen and I was afraid that it was going to stop my recording. Alright, so this is going to go on like this. Alright, I wonder if I'm supposed to do this while it's still up. Alright. Alright, this was a lot more fiddly than I was hoping for. Which means I won't be looking forward to the upgrade to Wi-Fi 7 when finally we have something for this platform. Okay, well, it's installed. This is how it looks. Ah, so blurry. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why. Alright. Let's see if it detects it. So I'll connect it to, that's one, which is this connector here. Plate is on. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. I didn't want to do it this right now because what the hell? Just put on do not disturb mode. Whoa, what's going on here? I'm seeing some dust or powdery stuff here. Did it strip something? Okay, I don't know what that was. I'm just gonna keep going. 10, 11, 12, 13. Where's 14? 14's here. 15, 16, 17, 'Someone really needs to make a video editing tool that's actually fun for non-video editors. Remember when I said that I'm not a YouTuber? I was not kidding. I like making the videos for you guys. It's more like a documentary for me to be able to go back to the video and look at what I did. But it makes for I'm sure it doesn't make for an entertaining video for you guys. Or maybe it does. Let me know. Leave a comment. At least you guys can fast forward and go back. I won't get offended if you guys do that. It would mess with my metrics, but who cares? It's just that kind of video, you know? But yeah, I'm just a little miffed at myself because I forgot. I didn't want to put everything together because I have this keyboard here. I was just going to turn it on without anything connected except for just the Wi-Fi card, just to make sure that it's working, it's detected before I put everything together. And my mind just completely blanked while I was talking to you guys. So I generally don't make good repair or instructional videos or anything. This is why I don't consider these as instructional. These are more just like, I'm doing something. You guys want to sit and watch? Cool. And you're the best kind because you guys just sit down and shut up. Because I'm not going to be able to talk. And at this point, I'm my own worst enemy because I'm really just talking to myself and distracting myself. By the way, maybe it was like this before, but I swear it feels like it's popping up a lot more. I can't tell if it was like that before. I swear it wasn't that bad before, but maybe I forgot. Framework. You guys got to fix this shit. think a lot of us will forgive you for being a first generation for this product, but come on. Alright, so let's boot it up. So, the issue is that once connected to the 5 gigahertz, if I do anything heavy, downloading something, doing speed test, it may not happen right away. Sometimes it does. That's when it knocks out the radio. And the only way to fix it is to reboot the access point. And it's crazy because I would connect it to 5 gigahertz 1, that gets knocked out, and if I, don't reset my router, because I haven't done that, sometimes I get so frustrated, I was like, I just want this to work, and then I go back, and I was like, I'll just connect to 5 gigahertz 2, and I did that, and then it was like, after a while, that gets knocked off. It does not do that to the 2.4 gigahertz. 2.4 gigahertz, it's slow. Alright, so did it detect? I think it did, because it's showing LSPCI, grep, I don't know what the grep, Intel. It's the only thing Intel here. Nothing. Let's just do PCI without anything. No, there is Intel. I'm guessing it's, yeah, it's case sensitive. Oh, it's the one thing not a huge fan of Linux of. Alright, it detected the card. Interesting that it sees it as an AX210/AX1675. 1675 is the killer version of this card. I honestly have no idea what the difference is. I know Intel bought the killer network. If you guys know what that is, I'm not going to explain it. But they bought them out. It was supposed to be like a gamer-oriented NIC. Don't know if it's, snake oil or what, but they bought it. And now they get to use the name killer. Alright, it detected all of the bands. I'm going to connect to my 5 gigahertz. There's a reason why I'm not actually showing you guys, because I actually don't want you guys to see it. Alright, let's see if it connects. Connected, okay. Well, let's see. Supported frequency 2.4/5. Link speed is 234 megabits per second. Okay, I'm worried about that. Why so low? All right, I'm going to do a command line speed test. And I always found that the command line speed test is a lot slower than the one that's on the web, so I'm going to try to go to speedtest.net. It's actually slower. It's actually slower than the MediaTek. How the heck did that happen? I'm gonna have to troubleshoot this, guys. So, but at least I wanted to at least show you how how to physically get to that card, how to get that swapped out. Although I'm not very happy with it. I'm going to connect to my second 5 gigahertz network. See, now I'm getting off track because now I'm kind of like worried about the speed. What I really wanted to do was do a speed test and maybe transfer some files just to see if it knocks out my radio. Don't worry, this one is wired, so this other machine that I'm doing the recording. Plus it's recording locally, so good gosh, guys, look at this. What is going on here? Why is it so slow? Now this is the Intel, not the MediaTek. The MediaTek I was getting around like 200 at least. Although with my other laptops I was able to get 400 to 500. So MediaTek was worse than the Intel on my other Intel laptop, but on my MediaTek I get 200, and then on the Intel card on an AMD I'm getting, this is like 2.4 gigahertz type speeds, man. What the hell's going on here? Alright, I went back to my first 5 gigahertz band, and that one was about I think that one was at least reaching 200, which would still be slower than my MediaTek, because I think I was getting around 300 to 400 with my MediaTek. I am very disappointed. Maybe because I'm not in the same room as the router, because I did my testing with the MediaTek when I was in the same room, so we'll see. Alright, I'm going to try out the 2.4 gigahertz. Let's see if it's stable then. I can already tell you the speed. I don't like the speed. What the yeah. See, on the 2.4 gigahertz, I was getting around 50 to 70 with this one. All right. Wait a minute. Did it just... So there was an update? I already updated this. Maybe it's asking for an update before the... No? I thought it was asking for an update because of the card, but it's not. It's just regular updates, which is weird because I could have sworn I did a update prior to shutting this down. Only about like 2 minutes ago, before I started this video, basically. Okay, well, I guess I'll end it here because at this point it's just going to be me working on reconnecting this to the network and doing some speed tests and also doing some stability test. You guys are probably not going to want to be around for that. So I'm hoping that at least it's not going to knock out my network anymore. And that was the biggest problem with this one. I had to use 2.4 gigahertz, connected a 2.4 gigahertz radio the entire time, which really limited my speeds. But at least it was still working. Slow network is better than knocking out your network. You know what I mean? Better than no network. So, and it's not just no network for you, which is my laptop. It's not just this laptop, but it knocks out for everyone and every other device. What's going on with my desk? Got some stuff here. Okay, so I'm gonna test that out, and I'm not happy with this. Yeah. So, framework, it's like I have a love-hate thing going on with it. I love the premium feel. I like that the CPU and GPU power utilization on balance is beautiful. It stays cool for the most part, unless you're really pushing it, and then that's when the fan ramps up. But for the most part, it doesn't. Whereas I've had experiences with other laptops, you can hear this other one that I'm using to record. I'm just recording, and you can hear the fan. It's not hard. It's not, just recording a video off of a webcam is not CPU intensive. I'm looking at H-top right now, and it's only a single core being used, and it's just being shuffled around the different cores because it's multi-core. And it's not even at 100%. It's kind of like it's going between like 40 to 50%. And you can hear the fan, most likely. I'm sure you guys can hear the fan going. This guy doesn't. If it's a low impact job, it doesn't get hot, the fan doesn't kick on. Okay, well, anyways, that's how you swap out the Wi-Fi card. And it is fiddly. Just be aware of that. You're talking about these tiny little connectors, and they are very fragile. You can definitely break them if you think you got it right and you push it down hard, because it does require a lot of force in one very specific area, right on top of it. It has to be right on top. The problem with putting it on top of that is if you got it right, it'll just snap in place and you're good. If you get it wrong and you feel a snap, you might have broke something. So a positive outcome and a bad outcome feels similar, and that scares the shit out of me. So there you go. Alright guys, have a good night. Bye.